From the very beginning of it, Hungary has been representing a position in favor of peace talks, ceasefire and the peace agreement. For this position of ours, we have been under tremendous political attack in Europe. You know, usually there are 25 other foreign ministers, because the 26th is a Slovak guy who is representing similar kind of position I do. So 25 foreign ministers usually bash me once every month on the Foreign Affairs Council meeting for our position. Why? Because actually they are more interested in prolonging this war than stopping it. And you might raise a question how it can be the case, why you say such things. And because of my experience. So whenever someone tried to make peace, whenever someone tried to stand up for peace talks, these European politicians immediately put a huge hatred on that given person or on that given government, saying that this is the capitulation of Ukraine, this is threatening European unity, whatever. So my experience is that President Trump has been doing his best in order to make peace, while the Europeans are constantly undermining these efforts. And you know, the reason might be that it has now become obvious that the European response to this war is a huge failure from all aspects, a huge failure. And it has now a tangible impact on the everyday life of the European people. They are hypocritical and they do the same, but they just want to hide it. So imagine the LNG exports of Russia to the European Union has hit all-time record during the first half of this year. Now, Hungary buys 0 cubic meter of Russian LNG, 0. This means that those are the Western Europeans who are buying it. We have never been ready to look at the issue of energy supply as a political or an ideological issue. Because with politics, with ideology, you cannot heat, you cannot cool, you cannot operate your factories, you cannot create hot water, right? Based on geographical and physical determination, yes, we are not able to supply the country without Russian sources. The Russians have been always reliable when it comes to energy supplies. We have never been cheated by them. They always, when we needed more, they delivered more. When we wanted to renegotiate the price was renegotiated. We have a good cooperation with Russia on nuclear. We see that the Russians have a good cooperation with the Germans and the French on nuclear as well, which is with the Americans as well, which is a normal way of division of labor. So we move on with our nuclear investment as well. We think that this war doesn't have a solution at the battlefield. This war will not be reverted on the battlefield because, I mean, for the last 4 years, so many weapons have been sent, so much money has been sent, and if that big amount of weapons were not able to revert the tide, then it will be not reverted, which means to us that if there's no solution on the battleground, there must be a solution provided by diplomacy at the negotiating table. So ceasefire or peace agreement, peace talks, negotiations, those should take the lead instead of the battlefield operations. If the European leaders had not made their best to undermine the efforts of President Trump, if the European leaders had not escorted Zelensky to the White House on that famous meeting, there could be peace in Ukraine now. But unfortunately, the European leaders, the liberal elite, has been undermining the peace process and the peace efforts of President Trump on a daily basis. I think that such a decision, confiscating the frozen assets, would have a very, very bad impact on Europe, generally speaking. Let's say that the trust towards European economy, the trust towards the European investment environment would just disappear immediately.